What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dingo. We back with another banger. Before we start, please consider dropping a like and a subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. Um, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So, you guys have already read the title. You know what this is about. This is a little bit of a sketchy situation, if I do say so myself. But basically, just for some context, right? Where I used to live, there used to be this construction zone, right? And at the front of this construction site, they had these big ass signs, right? And they said like the name of the community on them. I'm not gonna say what it is, obviously, but they said the name of the community, and that's not important. And also, around the community, there used to be these fences, right? And since it was still being built, there was a bunch of these scrap pieces. And when they put in the pipes to build the fence, right, there was these little cut-off pieces because they all trimmed them all to the same height, so it looked pretty, you know. So there's these bunch of little square pieces, and then by these signs, there was these lights, right? There was these little lights. They had these batteries in them that like me and my friends would take out, and that's that's obviously a major part of this story. And so me and my friends one day, right, we were like, oh, we just saw this video. I forget who it was by. It was about like exploding lithium batteries or whatever. From Tesla cars and shit. And we're like, I wonder if these batteries have them in there because they got a pack that looks really similar. And we're like, fuck it, we ball. So we go and we're like, let's go steal some. So basically, what we had to do is we'd ride our bikes over there, right? We'd ride our bikes over to these signs, and we would have to unscrew them. And there's a wire that like ran into the ground for some fucking reason. I don't care what it was for. It must have been for charging or something. And we go and we fucking rip them. Like we just take them and rip them out of the ground. And then what we do is we take them over to behind the fence where the property wasn't owned by the neighborhood, and we smash these fucking lights open. We just smash them. Right? We'd smash them with like big rocks or whatever, or our feet. We just kicked the shit out of them until they broke open. And we take the battery out, right? And we fucking cut off the blue sheath around them, right? It was like some sketchy shit, right? And so you'd have these little cells, right? Also, YouTube, this is fake. These aren't real. This is all fake shit. This doesn't exist. Okay, just gotta make the disclaimer because it sounds pretty bad. This ain't real. Anyway, back on topic. Basically, we take these little things, right? We put them on the ground, and then we take those little square pieces off the fence, and we put them on top. And we put them on top of the thing. And we just stomp on them until they fucking blew up, pretty much. Until they turned into these little rockets. We're like, oh shit, it's fireworks. It's fucking fireworks. Like we were stupid. We were stupid little children, bro. We were doing dumb shit every day. Like this was this was pretty close to the time of the previous video about the grill. That was pretty close, you know? And so basically, right, what happened was we were doing that shit, right? We were being fucking idiots. And then the person, like the developer of this neighborhood, right, he saw us. He was like, what the fuck are you kids doing? Yada, 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 yada. And we had one going off, right? Like, it was going crazy. It was whoosh, fucking flames and fire and bullshit. He was like, what the fuck are you kids doing? Yada, 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 yada. I'm gonna call the police on your ass, right? There's a lot of these stories. Fire. Ah, fire's fun. But anyway, we're like, oh, it's just fireworks, man. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. It's the 4th of July. Right? Because it was like July. It was like July era, Hanging out. Hanging out doing fuck shit. Doing stupid things. Because, it's July. Fuck it. We ball. It's America. We love fire here. And so we take these little things and we're blowing them up. Fucking dude comes over, he's yelling at us and shit. We're like, oh fuck, you know. We're like, oh fuck. After like the third time he's yelled at us about the shit, he was pretty lenient. Now that we look at it, but like, still fuck you, bro. Like, we were hoodlums, but fuck you, anyways, because hoodlums don't like being caught. But like, he's like, I'm gonna call the police, and he actually does it. We're like, fuck, shit, fuck. And so like we hop on our bikes and we run. And we're kind of like hiding out in this one house that's like not even done being built yet. It's like just a wooden frame of that shit. Like, you know how like when houses are being built, it's like just a wooden frame. Like, yeah, we're in that, like, fuck. Like we're all down low. We got our bikes, right? We're like hiding behind a pile of wood or some shit, like bricks. I forget what it was. It was like either wood or bricks. We're like hiding there. We're like, fuck. And we hear like a car driving down, like just driving real slow, and like we're watching this thing, and like we can't really tell if it's a cop or not, but like he's driving and he's driving and he's driving and he's driving, and he gets real slow by us. He gets real slow. My one buddy's like, bro, we should run. We need to run now. And we're like, and I'm like, fuck no, dude. Just like chill out. Just chill out. He can't see us. He can't see us, bro. Unbeknownst to us, they knew where we were. And I'm like, fuck. All of it. This is like mid COVID, right? This was like mid COVID, and we're like all wearing fucking bandanas, just fucking helmets. It looks retarded. I'm just gonna say it looks sketchy. We're all wearing, I forget what fucking color we were, but we're all wearing like one same color. It looks like a fucking gang. Anyway, this cop shows up and he just like slows way the fuck down right in front of his house, and he stops, and we're like, fuck, like, because I didn't realize he was gonna stop. I thought he couldn't fucking see us, obviously, and we're like, fuck, you know. And so he stops, and we're like, oh shit, and we're like staying there waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. His car's still running. No doors are open. We're pretty sure he's looking. And then he drives. He just keeps driving. Like, we didn't get up. He just keeps moving. And I'm like, okay, bet. So, like, we kind of move over to the one side of this wood so he can't see us anymore. So, like, we disappear. And he keeps going. And he keeps going. And he keeps going. And he keeps going. And then he takes a right. Well, no, a left. He takes a left. And he fucking goes down the road. And he must have taken a whole ass loop, because we ended up riding bikes on the road that he had turned onto, because we were like, fuck it, he's leaving, like, we were like throwing saw blades and shit around, like like fucking idiots, riding BMX bikes in this, in a construction zone. But also some backstory: the reason why we were in this construction zone doing this fuck shit is because we used to have these jumps there, like these wooden jumps right where this place was, and it took up like 5 acres. This place was awesome. It was like this huge DIY. And we were hanging out doing cool shit, and then they fucking tore it down to build this neighborhood, and all of us neighborhood kids were pissed. There was like a huge rate in fucking suicides and shit that went up after that. Like, it was a bunch of bullshit because they fucking decided to build this neighborhood. But anyway, we're hanging out, we're like hanging out on the street, and then we see the same cop come over, and I'm like, fuck. And he tries to light us up, and we're like, hell no. Fuck no. So, like, we all get on our bikes, and we just book it off into the desert, because like all these neighborhoods where I used to be, they all had trails off into the desert. So like we were like, fuck it, we knew every single one of them by like the back of our hand, and we're like, fuck no. So we bail out of there, and we go down this back road, right, that was like near the neighborhood. It was like in between where my house was and that neighborhood before the field where the grill scenario happened. And so like we're fucking booking it down this back street. And all of a sudden, we just hear, stop right where you are, fucking stop, yada, 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 yada. And we're like, fuck no. So we just keep riding our bikes. And then we bail down into the trench, right? Like, we bail down into that shit. I'm like, fuck no. So we keep riding. And there used to be these drainage tunnels under the road, right, in these fucking trenches. So, like, you could cross the street and no one would fucking know. So, like, we're running. We're hauling ass down this fucking dirt road on like this dirt trail on our bikes, and we're just like, fuck no, we're just hauling ass, dude. And we can't hear him anymore, so we end up ducking down into this one fucking tunnel, and we're hiding out in there. We don't have any cell service. We're like, shit, fuck, We don't know what to do, bro. Like, we can't call anyone that we know has a car. We can't do anything. And so we're hanging out like, fuck, dude. What are we supposed to do? And then all of a sudden, we hear, cop stops, and we're like, shit. And we're like, we ain't getting caught. We ain't getting caught by some jump out boys. They must have known where we were, right? And it was pretty easy to trap us. There's walls on either of our sides. There's only 2 exits, right? There's only 2 ways. One person goes on each side. We're fucked. So we just bail it out the far side that's away from the houses. And we're fucking hauling ass again on our bikes down this other dirt trail. And this is going towards... There used to be this community pool where I used to live. It was shit, to be honest. But, like, it had a gym and whatnot. And whatever. Fucking... There's a community pool. There's where the neighborhood was. This is, like, a span of, like, 8 miles, right? And we're all on dirt trail, whatever. And the cop's like, stop right where you fucking are. Yada, 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 yada. He must have hopped the curb in his car. Because he's, like, driving down it. And we're like, fuck no. So, like, we go down to this other set of jumps that we had built. Right? Because we had jumps everywhere, dude. We had building jumps all over Arizona, right? Like, all over southern Arizona. Like, in this fucking section that we lived in, bro. And I was with... Fuck, who was I with? I was with Trenchcoat from last story. I was with this one dude I'm going to call Penn, because he's the first person I ever saw hit a pen. And I'm trying to remember. I was with my one friend that we called Kat. That was never her real name. She doesn't go by that anymore, so I'm just going to call her Kat. And so I'm with Trenchcoat, Penn, and Kat. I'm like, fuck, dude. We're dead. Like, we're fucked. So, like, we're hauling ass towards, like, these jumps, right? And we're like, okay, if we hang a right and don't go past the jumps to the community pool, right, we could go to Sonic and we could bail out in the Sonic, because the Sonic people were cool with us. They knew us. They knew what the fuck we were doing. But, like, they didn't care. It was like a safe haven. And we're like, fuck no. So, like, we haul ass. We take the right, you know. And then we pull up and we end up picking up my one friend, well, all of our friend. Our one friend, what was her name? I know her name, obviously. I'm still friends with this person, by the way. But, fuck, what am I going to call this person? We're going to call this one person Foxy, because they have a character that's a fox. You know, it's like, I don't know. But, like, they like to draw foxes and shit. So I'm going to call him Fox, you know. We got Fox. So now, added to the gang, we got Fox, you know. It's like, welcome to Smash. You just earned Fox or something, whatever. But fucking, we have her now. So we got, like, Cat, Fox. I love naming people after fucking animals, I guess. I don't know, bro. I'm tweaking. But we got Cat, Fox, Penn, me, Trenchcoat. It's gang, right? Like, it's gang, bro. This is hoodlum shit, you know, crew. And so we're like, okay, bet, we're going to Sonic. It's late in the fucking day. It's like the sun's setting. We're supposed to be home by dark, right? But we're like, fuck it. We'll go to Sonic. Sonic's far from our house, but, like, we can get home pretty quick. And we're like, okay, bet, let's go get Sonic. So we're sitting at Sonic. We're drinking our little Slurpees or whatever, our little fucking nerds. So, bro, if you haven't ever had those, bro, you're sleeping on them. Okay, them hoes is good as fuck. But anyway, we're drinking our Slurpees and shit. We're eating, I think, fucking jalapeno poppers and tater tots, right? Like, just some fuck shit. And we're sitting there munching, you know, we're snacking, whatever. And we see this cop car drive by, and we're like, oh, fuck, that's a cop. And he pulls into the parking lot. And he stops in, like, one of the little booths, right? I'm like, fuck. We don't move, but we're like, fuck. We're gonna have to bail on everything and just ride our bikes out of here. Like, this is a waste of, like, $20. I don't want to waste $20. I'm broke. I don't even have a job, right? And so, basically, right, sorry for the lag, but basically, right, we're like, fuck. And his cop stopped. And he's like, and he doesn't get out. And I'm like, okay, maybe we're good. Maybe he's a different person. We're going to keep eating. We're going to keep munching. Lo and behold, it was the same guy. It was the same fucking dude. I wouldn't have mentioned it if it wasn't. It was the same guy. And we're like, fuck. It's like we're sitting there, we're still eating, and he's ordering a meal, and we're like, okay, maybe he doesn't see us, like maybe he doesn't see us. So like we finish our food, and we're like, okay, we're about to leave, we gotta go home, like we're almost late for curfew, right? Like our parents are gonna fucking scold us, and so like we leave out the back of the parking lot by the fucking CVS and this fucking Sonic that we're at, right? And like we're riding by, and we try to just get the fuck out of there, right? We're just trying to get the fuck out of there. And like this dude's already gotten his food and he's fucking eating. And we pass his car and we're like past the CVS and we're by like the DMV because that's like everything that was there. It was like it was like a preschool, a CVS, a DMV, and a Sonic and like this strip mall. It was ghetto as fuck. And like we're fucking pulling out of here, right? We're hauling ass, and we hear boop boop. We hear the sirens light us up. We're like fuck, right? We're like shit, fuck. And mind you, this all happened because we were blowing some shit up. We shouldn't have been doing that. That's dumb as hell. Don't do this shit. Don't do anything I've talked about. Okay. Also, YouTube again. This is fake. This is AI. This is one of them gorilla fucking vlogs. One of them Sasquatch vlogs, bro. This is AI generated. Fucking Hollywood, Jeff Bezos, AI generated bullshit. Right? But anyway, right, we pull out and we're like, fuck, dude, like we're gonna be fucked. Okay? Like we're dead. Like we're gonna get arrested, like shit. But like we just keep riding, like we just keep riding. We're like, fuck it, maybe we'll lose them. But like we're moving, bro, we're moving. And so we end up pulling into this one neighborhood. We cut through this neighborhood, dip down into this park that's like in the middle of it, but like it's not connected to anything, so it's like just kind of this weird ass little spot, right? And I'm like, okay, this is fucking weird. This is a terrible spot to be at, right? I never want to be here. This is a fucking back alley, right? Like we're in the back rooms. Where the fuck am I? Right? And so like we've never been in this part of the neighborhood, right? We've never been in this part of it. And we're like, fuck, where are we? And like we're fucking running, right? And it's almost dark, mind you. I had to be home by like fuck, I think it was like 8 o'clock. I could be anywhere until 8 o'clock. But like or like nine no, it was 9 o'clock. It was like 9:30, And like it got dark at 9:30 in Arizona, right? It got like dark as fuck. But basically we bailed the fuck out of there. We end up figuring out how to drop Fox home, right? Like we drop Fox at her house. And we're like, okay, bad. So like we pull out and fucking we get to Cat's house and we drop Cat off. So at this point it's just Penn, me, and Trenchcoat. And like, okay, cool. Like whatever. So what ends up happening is we go to the Walmart, that was really close to this construction, but we were by the Walmart and Penn's like, yo, I'm gonna go head home because Penn lived the opposite direction of us, and we're like, okay, cool, we'll talk to you later, bro. Peace. He was a little older than us at the time. I forget how old he was, but like he was a little older than us. He might have been like 18. I don't fucking know. He was like 2 years, 3 years older than us. I don't fucking remember. But like we're like, okay, shit, like let's get out of here. So me and fucking Trenchcoat, right? We bail out, and he's like, "Yo, Dingo, like, what if we get caught, right? Like, what if we get caught?" And I'm like, "Nah, bro, we're fucking chilling. We're cooling, right?" So I drop him off at his place. I get to my house. I put my bike in the backyard. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not getting caught, right? Like that shit ain't gonna happen because I'm on this bright blue fucking bike named Marge, bro. Also, that's gonna be a very much reoccurring thing. Like, if you guys want me to make a series called Marge Madness, I fucking will. Not March Madness, Marge, like The Simpsons. Like it was a Margaritaville bike, and it, dude, I did all kinds of shenanigans on this fucking bike. I could have gotten into so much trouble on this shit. But anyway, right? Like, I get home, it's just barely at fucking, whatchamacallit. My parents are like, where the fuck were you? Like, you're on time exactly, but, like, you're kind of late. Like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh, I was dropping friends off at their house. And my parents are like, okay, cool, whatever. They're understanding. They get it. And so I get upstairs, I passed the fuck out. And then I wake up the next day and I call Trenchcoat and I'm like, yo, Brody, like, you heard anything? Like, what's the word? You know, because, like, we were cool with everyone in his hood, right? Like, we were cool with everybody. Like, we fucking knew everyone, and everyone would tell us everything. Like, we had connections, bro. We had connections across the state. If you wanted to get somewhere, we could get somewhere, right? It wasn't hard, bro. We were locked in, bro. Like, we could make anything happen. People knew who we were, right? Like, people fucking knew us. Anyway, people knew who I was, really, because I was the one doing all the fuck shit and convincing everyone else to do it. But that's just how it is. That's just how it is. I love doing that kind of shit. It's fun as hell. But anyway, right, like, there's no word on the street, you know, like, we fucking called everyone. We called, like, 18 people that day. We were like, what the fuck? What's the word on the street about the police? Like, you heard anything? They looking for anyone? And it's like, nah. Like, we cool. And then, mind you, this bike I was riding is the same color as that paint on my wall right here. That shit, right? Not this blue, bruh. This shit, right there. Anyway, right, we're like, okay, bet. We're cooling. We're chilling. We're fucking vibing, bro. Like, not a big deal. And so I get back on Marge, and I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm gonna go ride down to Trenchcoat's house. And so I get down to Trenchcoat. Right, I'm like, I knock on his door. I'm like, yo, wake the fuck up. Get the fuck out here. Right? You know, we still obviously go with our parents. It's like 10 in the morning. It's summer break. I'm like, get the fuck up, bitch. Wake the fuck up. And he's like, okay, fine, bro. Like, he hollers out of his window. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'll be out in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, bet. So I wait in his driveway. Fucking rolls open the garage door, gets on his bike, and I'm like, bet. So then, what happens is like, what happened was we pretty much just rode bikes at the jumps where like real shit happened, because like that was like our hangout spot, you know, like we just fucking vibed there all day, did fuck shit, did fuck all, you know, went everywhere. Our parents didn't know where the fuck we were at, we just did fuck shit all day. But anyway, right, like what happened was we ended up hanging out there all day till pretty much sunset. And we didn't link up with no one. We just kind of hung out by ourselves, you know, fucking whatever. And then we go down back to the same place, right? That we were there yesterday, right? We were like, fuck, okay, let's do some rebellious shit. So, like, we know where the office of this place was, and this dude's car was parked there. And we're like, okay, let's not touch his car, because there's more shit. But, like, let's keep the same masks on, and, like, with the same bikes, but, like, stash them behind this fucking outhouse. Because, like, they had an outhouse at this place. Like, what the fuck kind of office has an outhouse? But anyway, we park that shit, and we prop ourselves up on this wall. We're sitting like this shit, bro. We're fucking hanging out. We're like this on the damn wall. And like we climbed up on this shit, and we're just sitting there, right? And like this dude can see us through his window, and like that was our whole idea, just to piss him off. He was like, "You kids get the fuck down, or I'm gonna call the police on you again. I'm gonna fucking call the cops on your ass." Blah 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 blah. I know it was your bitch ass. I know it was you doing that shit. Don't be trying to play smart, whatever. We don't say nothing. You know, we're like, bro, fuck, shut up. We're like, bro, fuck you, right? Fuck you. And he's like, no, bro, no, it's not like that, bro. Like, I'm gonna call the police. And we're like, I don't care. So we hop down, we get on our bikes, and he's like, I'm calling him right now. I'm like, fuck, we do care. We care, obviously. Who fuck wouldn't? Anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of part one, though. I'm sorry. I'm running out of disk space. Um, I'm gonna post part two tomorrow. So don't even worry about it. Don't even worry. But this is part one. Part two is coming soon, and we have some even more illegal shit. We got some even sketchier shit going on. Okay? And y'all are gonna be cooked. So that's about it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace out.